Welcome back, gamers, and welcome to my channel. Good to talk to you once again, and today I'm thinking to share with you this replay of one very simple reason: the skill gap. The skill gap between a good player or average player could be, pretty big difference in, let's say, mid-tier or low tier, because let's face it, sometimes the big tier 10 players, they go and play, let's say, tier 4, tier 5, or tier 6, and of course the gap is there. But how about if the entire game, like in ranked, all of them they have tier 10? And of course, guys, there are lots of ways to receive those tier 10. Some of them it's purchase in armory, some of them you grind like this Minotaur, and of course some of them they have many battles, and some of them they have few battles. And we have a huge pleasure to watch this awesome captain. Very unfortunate for that conquer. One single shells put him on fire. It cost 4,700 damage and did full damage. So this, ladies and gents, this is Northern Water. It's a domination mode. It's a ranked battle, and we just call this Captain Duke Nukem LX. Duke. We just call him Duke for this purple video. Duke will definitely show you what this ship is. And by the way, he does not have any smoke. He does have radar instead. So of course, guys, he did a right way. He's actually alone this flank, and in normal cases, guys, if you pay attention to the friendly team, there's at least 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 ships capping B, and they of course managed to do that. On the other side, the enemy are split, which is not bad. The Marcel does not ever open fire. I have no idea why he's trying to do. He's trying to disengage, or he's trying to torpedo or anything. It's not quite alone. The enemy Minotaur is also over there. On the other hand, he's a very angle versus Minotaurs, and he's waiting for the turret to traverse, and this salvo should be pretty damn good. Probably will have the first blood. So now remember, this captain does not have any smoke, but the torpedo are coming, but it was very late, and Marceau has crazy good DPM, but never once opened fire versus this one. Kind of a weird, especially in rank, and especially when there were friendly Minotaur who can help him, kind of a weird decision. I know Marceau, it's one of the fastest, together with the Kleber, fastest ship in the entire game. Nobody can beat those two ships. But man, they are also DPM monsters, so I have no idea what's the point. Because let's face it, there were some fire crossing from the other side, but most of the cases this captain was alone. The enemy conquers pushing, and he's not alone. He has also as a enemy friendly ally with him, and that it's the enemy Minotaur. Minotaur, guys, it's very special type of ships, very low HP pool, and literally it's a light cruiser. Everyone who's aiming at you do big damage. On the other hand, you're pretty damn good DPM monster, but what can I say? This one's pretty hilarious. He blind fighter, and hope for the best. The reload are fantastic, and something else about this ship kind of makes me very questionable about the decision from the enemy. This, ladies and gents, it's the best, biggest torpedo boat. What do you mean? It has literally daring torpedo power, which basically means that you don't want to brawl to. Of all cruisers in this game, this is the definitely you as a big, I don't know, Conqueror, Yamato. You don't want to charge that Minotaur, because the Minotaur do have a lot of tools. I'm talking about hydro and definitely torpedo power. 2 launchers in each side. And she's kind of a tiny small ship. You turn on a dime, that I do like, but there is something also else. With this build, you have hydro, heal, and of course radar. Something else, if you have at least 19 points captain, you should be pretty alright or more than alright dealing with aircraft carrier. You're definitely gonna see the enemy aircraft carriers really struggling to do significant damage, besides probably one drop. One drop was pretty damn alright. But what I'm trying to say, this ship has one of the best AA platform in this game, together with Worcester. I put those two ships by far the strongest AA cruiser tier for tier. You know, at tier 5, at tier 10. Of course, guys, the topic today, it's not quite the Minotaur, it's the gapping skill. The Petropavlovs and this enemy CV. I mean, he dropped this captain without any target whatsoever. The enemy Petropavlovs showing tons of his side, and he literally in seconds, before he even started to open fire, he got freaking deleted. And yeah, he had a radar. He radared this captain earlier, so he knew there is a British light cruise over here. Just look at this drop, guys. The enemy midway. It's freaking all over the place. I do believe 2 drops, and the torpedo was not even the same postcodes. Absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea. And you know, if I would be a midway, I don't know why I should charge a Minotaur. Probably it's the dumbest idea ever. How is that? Because at least 19 points captain Minotaur has crazy good AA. The only thing probably beats in AA, it's probably full AA build Des Moines or Worcester. That's the only thing, those 2 ships I can come up with, and probably there is, yeah, I don't believe it is any other, seriously. So over here, I do like this captain. It's blind fire left and right. He has 98,000 hits so far, 5 citadels, only 2 torpedo hits. Conqueror is behind the island. He has, of course, managed to get some help from the friendly midway. I also like the dispersion and how he used the torps. A single launch and then second launch, it was, of course, you know, send all the 4 torpedoes at the same time. Enemy Yoshino does not pay attention, which is good, which is really darn good. You can definitely see, not because he's doing a lot of damage, but he's chunking him, he's farming, he has been farmed by AP monster Minotaur. Not because you do a lot of damage, but you know, you lose significant a lot of your HP pool pretty darn fast. And the DPM, it's fantastic. Now the shells arcs are kind of a bad, and you have to lead your shells a lot significant. You see where he is aiming. And seriously, guys, you kind of need big, huge ships, superstructure and so on. You cannot put anything on fire, but guys, remember, and that's the most important, the AP damage you cannot heal as much as, let's say, fire, because fire you can probably heal back 100%, but not so much with AP. So even if you do not start firing, I do honestly believe once you chunk down, you know, you're farming another enemy's ship HP pool, that the enemy cannot recover the HP pool back, because remember, at tier 10 all cruisers and of course all battleship, they do have heal, right? Over here we receive a unlucky torpedo with 4100 damage. I have no idea where that came from. Kind of a slow torpedoes. Yoshino, he has 18,000, 19,000. He's healing, I do believe. Now, the friendly midway chunk him down with the stupid dive bombers. The dive bombers are absolutely hilarious, and probably that's the biggest difference between Yoshino, which I do believe it has kind of a bad AA platform, versus a Minotaur, or you know, British light cruiser, almost as strong as the US light cruisers. The DPM, it's hilarious, and short AP fuse. That's the biggest difference over here. Yoshino is trying, poor devil, to angle, and he's pretty much angled as a blade. On the other hand, has a big, huge damn superstructure, and all you need to do is make sure that your shells connect in just seconds, and that cruiser it's gone. And now, guys, the enemy still had a point. They do have cap advantage. They do have Alpha and Charlie, but on the other hand, guys, they only have 2 ships left, and the enemy's Minotaur and the enemy Midway. And seriously, guys, if you really pay attention, I really felt that every single ship on the enemy kind of screwed. I'm talking about the Conqueror eat couple torpedo hits very unnecessarily. Now Holland killed the Minotaur in his own damn smoke, because you know Holland very fast reload, a crazy fast speed. Over here, yes, he received this huge hit from the enemy CV, but overall, guys, seriously, I do not blame just one particular player on the enemy team kind of did a questionable decision. All of them they did. And at the same time, very hilarious that this Midway is trying so many times to charging a Minotaur. I'm not saying that she cannot be like a couple of seconds ago. Yes, you can receive, but man, probably of all ship in this game, Minotaur Wooster, if I would be a Midway, that's the, and of course Holland. Yes, Holland as well. Those three ships, I never ever want to engage and charge and trying to kill them, because you may actually lose all your damn plane. You know what I mean? So probably it's a smarter way to go for something else. But at this stage, guys, what the hell can you go? Midway, Holland, Minotaur. Maybe the Minotaur, it's still the best of all 3. Yeah, go and figure. And now it's the only enemy Midway versus Holland. Yeah, it can only finish one way, but they tried. But on most, I really feel that the entire enemy team did wrong, and they kind of have this question, man, how much gap skill is between players at tier 10? That's my final question. Leave me a comment below, guys, and thanks guys for watching, and always captains fair seas, and goodbye.